own place and having to live with my sister, and at one point not having a job. Like, it really weighed me down, and I'm like, God, what is it? What is going on? Father God, thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for this gift within me you have placed. Lord, you get all the glory, and Lord, you get all the praise. Thank you for your place inside this sacred space. Amen. Now let's get to the video. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Well, this video, I don't really do this video. I don't really like taking my makeup off on camera, but I just felt like everybody can understand how I feel about the subject that I'm going to be talking about. But like I said, I don't normally cry in front of people, so y'all gonna see me cry a little bit. And listen, this is life. So at this moment in time, which was just a couple of days ago, I just felt really lost, and I felt really ugly. You know what I'm saying? As my mama say, she don't birth ugly kids. She don't birth ugly children. Okay, grandchildren, now one. Okay, but this day I just felt real ugly, and I never could understand, or I never understood. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I never could understand why I felt so ugly after I did my makeup. And even when I didn't put makeup on, I felt ugly. And I didn't understand what was going on. And I know I put a post on Instagram, and somebody said it could be somebody's energy that, you know, that you're on the same wave with. I know what I'm trying to say. So hopefully y'all too, Nails, you're being loud again. Hopefully y'all can understand. And that maybe it's whatever somebody's doing is affecting you in a certain way. I know one reason why I feel ugly, because I can't see clearly, because I had to change it from I can't see because I can see. I just can't see clearly. I can't see far. And plus I have an astigmatism in my left eye. So whenever I'm doing these videos or I'm taking pictures, and you guys would say, girl, basically you guys would say, girl, you tripping, like, girl, you look beautiful. What is wrong with you? Like, what are you not seeing? Like, girl, calm down, girl, quit. Like, what's wrong with you? When I can't see, I just feel really lost. And I know this is crazy, but whenever I can't see, I feel really lost. And when I go look back at the pictures, I feel like I look ugly because I couldn't see clearly. And I guess my mentality is, if I can't see clearly, then I'm probably not going to look good either way it goes. So that's one reason. And I know for a fact, after recording this video, I feel real ugly because of a situation that I let go a couple of months ago, where it tore me to pieces, where I became somebody that I wasn't, or I was trying to be so perfect and it just didn't work out. And I was feeling really low, and it may be because I hadn't like fully forgiven myself. Like, I've asked God for forgiveness about the situation that I was in, but I still felt low in the things that I did. And it's not that I did it intentionally, but it was one of those moments where it's just like I lost myself. I lost myself by putting myself in a certain situation. I lost myself by listening to the person that lied to me. Remember that video, you guys, months ago, where I was talking about this person doing whatever that person did to me, and I had trusted this person. Like, I think it just affected me way more than I thought. But I was more so, I guess, after talking to God, realizing that I think I felt ugly because I still hadn't forgiven myself for what I put or what I allowed to happen in this situation. And I just felt really ugly. Nobody really, I mean, I've told people what happened, but it's just, even if you say, God, forgive me, it's just like sometimes you're still holding yourself accountable for it. You're still making yourself feel low when God has already forgiven you. So in a sense, it's like I thought I forgave the situation, or maybe I did forgive the situation, and I was allowing the enemy. Sometimes the enemy could be yourself. I was allowing myself to relive it, and I just felt so nasty, and I felt so dirty. And it's just like, I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but I like to do the right things, and in this moment in time I didn't do the right things, and it just, a whole whirlwind of things not going right. And it was just a lot on me, like, with not having my own place and having to live with my sister, and at one point not having a job. Like, it really weighed me down, and I'm like, God, what is it? What is going on? And like, I don't put the blame on God, because God has everything in order. God has everything in place. So it's not him, it's me. So it's just like, I just felt so low, like, God, this happened. I felt so bad in this situation. I have a job now. At that moment in time, I didn't have the job. I was living with my sister, and it's just a lot of people in the place, and it's like, I don't have space to do what I need to do. And it's just like, as a 31-year-old, society says you have to have it together at a certain part in your life, and it's not true. Like, sometimes you're not going to have the place sometimes you're not going to have a place to live at before 30. Sometimes you're not going to get that house before 30. Sometimes you may not get that apartment, that relationship, the relationship that you want with your friends, or the person that you're dating, or wanting children. You may not get that when society says to get it. And I feel like I put myself, or anybody has put themselves, as if we've been a victim to, oh my gosh, this person has more than me. And we sit there and we degrade ourselves and what we don't have and what they have. And it's just like, we're looking at a certain chapter in their life that they may have accomplished something, and then they're getting what they worked hard for. And it's just like, we can do the same thing too. But because social media is just so, if you don't have this, then you ain't it. And I think I was just at that moment in time with everything that I was dealing with, and it just hurt really, really bad. And it's just, life happens to where we just feel like we're supposed to have everything together, and that's not even the case. Like, life is life. God didn't tell us that life was going to be perfect. We were going to go through things, and I guess sometimes we get to the point where we feel like, I shouldn't have to work this hard to be able to get these blessings or whatever it is. I'll give you an example. I would talk to my nephew, my second nephew, and he would talk about how, why do I have to do all this to get this? And I said, why is it that whenever God is telling us that we have to go through X, Y, and Z to get where we need to go, we are not willing to do it? But if it's something that we want to do, we're going to go through X, Y, and Z to do it. He plays football. So I said, why is it that when God says something, you don't want to go through X, Y, and Z to do it, but this thing that you love, football, you do it. You go through X, Y, and Z to be the best player, to be the strongest person, to be able to do what you're supposed to do with being a football player. So why is it that you will go through all this to be a better person and to be a better player for football, but when God asks the same thing, to go through all this stuff and all this training? Like, in football, you do training. I don't know everything about football, but with football, I know you do training. So why is it that when we're going through God's training period, it's, I don't want to do it, but if it's something that we really want to do, we'll do it? You know what I'm saying? I try to get him to understand, but sometimes when you're a certain age, because he's 16, you don't really want to listen. It's just like, still, why this is not fair? Why is this happening? And if you really want to be honest, I'm 31 and I'm still dealing with, God, why do I have to deal with this? Why do I have to go through this? Haven't I gone through enough? And it's just hurtful, because you just start to think about everything that you've done, and it's just like, okay, God, when is my blessing going to come? You know what I'm saying? Without realizing that you were the person that was holding back your blessing in the first place. God has already set in motion your blessing and what he wants to have for you, but it's you that is slowing down what's going on. It is your fault, not his fault. He's waiting on you. He's waiting on us to get it together. So we can't blame God on why things aren't happening. It is us. So in this moment, I realized that, excuse the kid in the background, he needs to shut up, or if it's girl, shut up, girl. Be quiet, anyways. But it's we are the ones that's holding ourselves back. Like, even in the dating video, like I said, I mentioned that I'm 31. It's just like, okay, why can't I? What's wrong with me on why things aren't happening for me? I'm still like, okay, God, I'm at this point now where it's like, okay, God, whatever is in your will, let it happen. Whoever is for me, let it happen. Whatever apartment I get, let it happen. If it's in your will, let it happen. I haven't given up on love because God still has a plan for me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just like we have to look back at what we're doing and not always be the first to blame God on what's going on. So this video was very vulnerable. As you can tell, I'm about to start crying a little bit more because it's just too much going on, and I'm just waiting on God to I can say I'm waiting on God. I feel like God is waiting on me to be like, okay, is it my turn yet? Is it my turn yet? You want me to get the baton and do the rest? Okay, do that. I want everybody to know that everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with feeling defeated and feeling like they're going into a deep depression. Like, y'all, I may look like I'm strong, but I be going through some stuff. I almost said curse word. I've been going through some stuff, and just because it looked like I'm strong don't mean I'm not going through it. So it's just like I want y'all to comment because everybody is going through something. As always, remember that your scars bring light to the ones that need a testimony. Let's be God's light through our hearts. We the Light Hearts. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.